Today, I'm celebrating America's birthday by eating one of our most cherished and iconic animals. Because honestly, it doesn't get much more American than that. Hello and welcome to Deliciously Awkward. It's America's big 250th birthday, so I am celebrating by going fully patriotic today. So make sure you watch to the end to see how this truly red, white, and blue meal comes together. But the centerpiece of the meal is this, a buffalo steak. So the buffalo, also known as the American bison, is one of America's two national animals. The other being, of course, the bald eagle. And since I couldn't find any boneless, skinless bald eagle breast, I'm gonna be grilling this buffalo steak instead. So, grilled buffalo steak, let's go make it awkward. So I'm gonna start by making a pretty simple marinade, starting with the usual suspects: olive oil, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, but then also some cumin, because it's a pretty earthy spice and buffalo is a pretty earthy animal, if that makes sense. And because I always like a little heat with my meat, some crushed red pepper flakes. So I'm just gonna mix all those ingredients together, and as I'm doing that, I'll talk a little bit about how I got this buffalo steak. So in case you don't know, buffalo used to be, number in the millions here in North America, and then in the 1800s, they were hunted to near extinction. Today they're thriving, they have some wild herds in some of the national parks out west, and they're doing so well that they allow some private farms to raise them for meat. There actually is a buffalo farm here in New Jersey. It's called the Reddington River Buffalo Farm in Flemington, New Jersey. And I mean, it's amazing. You drive up and you see the buffalo right there. And it's pretty amazing to actually see them. And then you go into the little store and you could buy the meat. As we celebrate America, let's of course recognize our farmers. They're the backbone of this country. And just like this buffalo farm, I like to support local family farms whenever possible. What you buy will almost always be cheaper and fresher and better quality than what you get in a store. So I'm happy to always support local farms whenever I can. Encourage you to do the same. All right, so I have the marinade all mixed up and we're ready to put the steak in. And how good does that look? It's beautiful. This is actually a boneless ribeye, which is my favorite cut of beef steak, so we'll see how the buffalo tastes. And I've eaten buffalo a couple times before. It's been several years, but I remember it being beefy, but beefier than regular beef, if that makes sense. But it's my first time actually cooking a buffalo steak like this, so I just hope I don't mess it up. It's a lot leaner than regular beef, and it could overcook quite easily, so just something to be careful of. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge for a couple hours, and I'll see you at the grill. So the grill has been heated to 400 degrees, and we're aiming for medium rare. So we cook on the first side for 3 minutes, give it a flip, and cook for an additional 3 minutes. Now it felt a little too soft, so I left it on for another minute and a half. Then we take it out and hope for the best. So here is my buffalo steak. It's been sitting covered for 10 minutes. Now it doesn't have the best grill marks. That's because I was just afraid of overcooking it. And it might be overcooked anyway. We won't know until we cut into it. So I mentioned at the beginning that this was going to be a truly red, white, and blue meal, and that's because I live in New Jersey and I have the trifecta of New Jersey produce here. So red, fresh tomatoes, and for white, I have some fresh white Jersey corn, just simply boiled in hot water, and New Jersey does have the best corn in the country. That is a hill I will die on. And our blue component is another thing that New Jersey does better than any other state: blueberries. I made a sauce, I'll put the video up, but I mixed a can of beef broth with some blueberries, honey, vinegar, bay leaves, and then towards the end I added some cornstarch mixed with water to get it thickened. So I think I want to cut into it before I put the sauce on and try it without the sauce. That is a good medium rare. I'm kind of surprised that it came out so well. So, sorry, the cord's in the way. But yeah, that is really good. That marinade was perfect. The cumin, I don't know, just matches the buffalo meat so well. Now I'll try some with the sauce. Of course, the blueberries, once you cook them, they kind of turn purple, but still counts as blue. Guys, that is so freaking good. The sauce, I have there, if nothing else, if you can't find buffalo steak, totally understandable. If you learn nothing else from this video, make this sauce. I mean, this is so much better than I thought it would be. The blueberry goes really well with the meat, and I imagine it would go well with any meat. Chicken, beef, duck, pork. Yeah, I have to bite into my Jersey corn. Again, so freaking good. It doesn't need salt or butter or anything, perfect as is. And my Jersey tomato. Okay, not the best tomato I've ever had. Maybe it's a little too early in the season. But the rest of this is so amazing. Totally fit for a 250th birthday celebration for America. I mean, I'm gonna devour the rest of this. I did think about wearing my cowboy hat, but I don't think I'm pulling it off yet. I'm not a hat person. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and remember to embrace the awkward, and I will see you next time.